Are you struggling with imposter syndrome? You know, that voice in your head that whispers, "Who do you think you are?" Or "You really don't belong here." Well, today we're flipping the script. We're not just overcoming imposter syndrome, we are exposing it for what it really is. Here's the deal. You're feeling like an imposter because you've spent your entire life being one. Now, that might sting a little, but hear me out. For so long, we've built habits around trying to fit in, to please others, to live up to everyone else's expectations. We have created an identity around being what the world wants us to be. And now, when you start stepping into your authentic self, it feels uncomfortable, like you don't belong. But that's not imposter syndrome, that is growth. Let's get real. Imposter syndrome isn't some random feeling that just comes out of nowhere. It's the result of years, maybe even decades, of building a false identity. Think about it. How often have you dimmed your light to make someone else feel comfortable, to make your parents proud, to get an A from your teacher, or to fit in with your friends or society? How many times have you said yes when your authentic self was screaming no? You've been practicing being an imposter for so long that authenticity actually feels foreign. It feels fake. So when you step into who you truly are, it triggers this resistance because you're breaking old habits. For example, I have this ability of knowledge that I don't even understand myself. I never have. Words flow through me that I've never learned. I can hear people speak in languages that I've never studied, and somehow I understand them. Now, I can't speak them, but I understand them. Now, my education, 10th grade. And that's just being generous, okay? Because from middle school to high school, my learning was questionable at best. But here's the truth. I learned through connecting with people, through communication. Now, I figured this whole thing out one day when I was walking into a college to lead a solar technology project. And suddenly it hit me. I'm about to stand in a room with doctors, a physicist, material scientists, engineers, and two professors with my 10th grade level of education. Imposter syndrome could have just completely taken me out in that moment. But I remembered that I had tools for this. And here's where the magic happened. When the material scientists started speaking, they were in their own complex world. The physicists spoke their own language and so on and so forth. Everyone else would be completely lost. But me, I could translate. I could take their specialized language and recreate it in a context in a language that everyone could understand. So I became the bridge, the translator that would actually move the project forward. And in that moment, I realized something truly profound. If I had been an imposter, I would have told myself that I wasn't qualified. I would have tried to sound like them or to prove my worth through maybe a higher level of education. And instead, I stepped into my authentic gift, connecting, translating, and bringing clarity. That's not being an imposter. An imposter tries to please others to sound like something that they're not. I was being authentically, powerfully me. And was it comfortable? No. But the first step to authenticity is recognizing the masks that we've been wearing. Are you a people pleaser, the perfectionist, the caretaker who always puts everybody else before yourself? These roles served us and had a purpose at one time, maybe keeping us safe when we were younger, truly surviving our environment. But they're not who you are at your core. The discomfort you feel when you shed these roles isn't imposter syndrome. It's that uncomfortable feeling of authenticity because it's vulnerable, it's exposed. When I was walking into that college, I was sweating. My heart was racing. It was not comfortable, but I did it. And just like you've built habits around being an imposter, you can build habits around being authentic, your true self. Now, here's how. One, pause and check in. Like I was able to observe my own thoughts and feelings as I was walking into that college. If you're feeling insecure or scared, why? If you are afraid of being judged or saying how you feel, these are all red flags. And before making any decision, you want to ask yourself, Am I doing this because it's true to me or because I'm trying to please someone else? Now, number two, you want to speak your truth and start small. Share maybe an opinion or a feeling, even if it feels vulnerable. The more you do this, the easier it becomes. Three, embrace discomfort. Like I said, authenticity will feel awkward at first. You're not used to it, and that's okay. Growth always feels uncomfortable before it feels natural. Now, here's the reframe. What if imposter syndrome isn't a sign that you don't belong, but a sign that you're breaking free from the imposter that you used to be? What if it's your old identity resisting being authentic? And it's not wrong, it's just scared because of how others have reacted in the past when you were being authentic. Feeling like an imposter is actually a good thing. It means that you're stepping into a new authentic territory. You're no longer settling for what's safe and living in fear. You're choosing what's real. Now, let me leave you with this. You have been practiced being what everyone else wants you to be for most of your life. But now is the time to practice being you. The world doesn't need another version of someone else. I mean, look at it. Everyone looks and acts and behaves the same these days. It needs the one of a kind person that you were created to be. You are a treasure, a light in the world, and we need you to shine now more than ever. So the next time you feel imposter syndrome creeping in, just take it as a sign that you're on the right path. You are not an imposter. You are just learning how to be authentic. And with practice, authenticity will become your new identity, your new superpower. And let me tell you, that is when you become unstoppable. Thank you for joining me today on Empowering Monday. If this resonated with you, please share this with someone else who needs to hear it. I feel like we all need to hear it. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also click the notification bell. Let's all embrace our authentic, powerful, unmesswithable version of ourselves. You've got this.